And Madwa upon you are you wash them, send face. Blessed of the Sabbath. Read the Hebrew only. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Asherah.
Asherah.
Nathan Lanawa.
Nathan Lanawa.
Hashabaf.
Hashabaf.
Bashalom.
Bashalom.
The water.
Water.
Amen.
Amen.
English translation. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, that give to us the Sabbath in peace. Thank you. So be it. Psalm 121. The Aliyam, Ma'a, Asherayim, Makad. Yahweh cannot be everything. Anya, Rayam, Ayinimya, O, Rayam, Ma'ayun, Yabua'a, Izoya, Yabua'a, Mayahawa, Shaisha, Shamayam, Wa'rataza, La'a, Yanathan, Lamawat, Wagalia, Yala'a, Yanawam, Shashomarka, Anna, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayishan, Shashomar, Yashirala, Yahawa, Shemaya, Yahawa, Tazalia, Ayel, Yad, Yanyamyan, Yaumam, Hashemash, La'a, Hakaya, Rayurat, La'a, Balayala, Yahawa, Yashamaya, Mako, Rai, Yashamar, Napasha, Yahawa, Aolakia, I'm sorry, Yashamar, Aolakia, Alboaya, Maitha, Wa'aid, Aiwalam, Bahasham, Yahausha, Tawada, Aman.
Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Amen.
Amen. Shema Yasharala, hear, O Israel. Shema Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Akkad.
Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Amen. Yahweh Tapala, Yahweh's prayer. Abiyanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakovka, Taba'a, Ratazawanka, Haya, Haisha, Ba'arataza, Ka, Bashamayim, Lasananawa, Lakam, Yawam, Za, Wasalaknawa, Ka Wafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Ka Wafyanawa, Wala'a, Abiyanawa, O, Nasai 1, Abo, Awashainawa, Morai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Bata Paurat, La Ulam, Aman.
96 and 9. After this manner, therefore, pray, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Amen. Ashura Matazawat, the Ten Commandments. La'a,
La'a,
Yahaya,
Yahaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alkayim,
Akarim,
Alpanya.
Apanya,
La'a,
La'a,
Daisha,
Daisha,
Laka,
Laka,
Boso,
Basar,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Taibadam.
Abadar,
La'a, Talakaka, Shamwa,
Shamba,
Yahawa,
Yahawah,
Lahaika,
Lahayaka,
Lashua,
Lashara,
Zakar,
Zakat,
Af,
At,
Hayawam,
Hayamun,
Hashabaf,
Hashabat,
Lakodashra,
Lakodashwa,
Kabad,
Abad,
Abiaka,
Abaka,
Wa Amaka,
Ma'amaka,
La'a,
La'a,
Tuatazak,
Tarakata,
La'a,
La'a,
Tana'ap,
Tana'at,
La'a,
La'a,
Taganab,
Taganab,
La'a,
La'a,
Taina,
Taina,
Shukur,
Ko,
La'a,
La'a,
Takamad,
Takamad,
Ko,
Ko,
Hashara,
Shara,
La'aika,
Aika,
Aman.
Aman. Exodus 22. I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold of guilt as I take his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Amen.
Aman. Yeshua, please be seated. Barakata Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Asherah, Nathanawa, Pa Yagaban, Dwara Amun, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ath Yasha Allah. English translation. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, that gives to us the fruit of the vine. Thank you, so be it. To Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, with Israel. Madwa upon you, Shalom, still in faith true. Repeat the Hebrew only. Barakata Yahweh, Hagadol, Rakaram, Abiyah, Manawa'a, Aliwan, Malak, Shal, Shamayim, Ra'arataza, Wako, Tabayim, Kayam, Wagam, Amashiach, Mayahawa, Anawanawa, Ahabnawa, Apalah, Ya'aitaza, Yahushai, Zakanawa, Yahawa, Batazawan, Aimka, Yasha'ala, Aizarnawa, Wana, Wasap, Yasha'ala, O, Nanawa, Yamyan, Aitha, Kaiwamyam, Makudam, Abakushai, Shalat, Maika Allah, Watazawadak, Alahayam, Maganawa, Wapanawa, Washimor, Alnawa, Baikor, Shalat, Awoka, Shaw, Yahushai, Lanawa, Lalamadnawa, Rabiam, Kakama, Tabawana, Wada Shaw, the Barka, Bahasham, Yahushai, the Water, Tamyad, Bayulam, Aman. English translation. Blessed are you, Yahweh, the great, merciful, mighty, terrible, most high power, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, and also the anointed from Yahweh, our Lord, our friend, the wonderful counselor, Yahushai. Remember us, Yahweh, favorably, your people Israel. Help us build and gather Israel, most high, we beg you, right now, like the days of old. Please send Michael and the righteous powers and angels, protect us, heal us, and watch over us. Mainly, send the spirit of Yahushai to us to teach us much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of thy word. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, always and forever. So be it. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai that give to us the law. Barakta Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Asherah, Nathanawa, Atharak. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai that give to us the light to see. Barakta Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Asherah, Nathanawa, Awor, La'arak. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai that give to us a ram song to call the people. Barakta Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Asherah, Nathanawa, Quran, Ayah, La Korah, A'ain. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai that give to us the olive oil to anoint Israel. Barakta Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Asherah, Nathanawa, Ashaman, Zayaf, Lamashak, Yasha Allah. Yeshua, peace be seated. Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom, brothers and sisters watching us on the live stream. Shalom, all the brothers here in the school in Philadelphia. Welcome to Hayasharala Kanas, which means the Congregation of Israel, where we teach the so-called Negroes and Hispanics, those scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of. Today, as regularly scheduled on a weekly basis, we come and honor the Most High on the Sabbath day. 6 days shall thy labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Those of us who are privy to have the chance to be able to take off from work to be here in this glorious day, we say welcome and stay with us. And we will be reading in the book of Esdras, the second Esdras, the first chapter, as well as the second chapter. We will be going over in the Sabbath service. My name is Kahan Pakwad. As obvious, I will be doing this. I'm doing the service. All right, and again, second Esdras chapter 1 and chapter 2 are the chapters that we will be going over, reading, and then give the sense. Also, get the wisdom behind what we're gonna be reading, along with scripture link up that we're gonna pull to justify what we read and what we say in the scriptures together in this Sabbath service. So we're gonna go directly to Esdras. Hopefully, we all had a good week, and then if you're able to be here, it is a blessing that we can come and keep the Sabbath together, right? All right, so what's interesting about the book of Esdras is the fact that it's also in 66 books in the Bible, right? It's in the Bible as well. So therefore, we read the Apocrypha, which is part of the Bible, right? This is the King James Version, which contains the Bible. The King James Version, the 1611, contains the Apocrypha as well as the regular books that we read, the Old Testament and the New Testament. All right. So the Apocrypha, unless there's new members online right now watching this, otherwise we should all be familiar with the book of the Apocrypha. All right. So and this is the book that we're gonna be reading out of today. All right. For your note, today is according to the Gregorian calendar, the 9th of September, first 9th of September and the first day, all right, of September in the year, quote unquote, 2018. So first we're gonna go into genealogy of Ezra. The first set of scriptures we're gonna be reading is gonna go over the genealogy of Ezra. And it starts. The book of the prophet Ezra, the son of Sarias, the son of Azarias, the son of Elchias, the son of Sedamis, the son of Sadak, the son of Ashatab, the son of Achias, the son of Phanes, the son of Heli, the son of Amarias, the son of Isaiah, the son of Meremoth, the son of Arnet, the son of Ozias, the son of Borith, the son of Obasai, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, of the tribe of Levi, which was captive in the land of Medes, in the reign of Artaxerxes, king of Persia. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying. So now we're gonna go into Ezra prophetic call. When the Mosai called, when Mosai called Ezra to prophesy, right? Every now and then the Mosai will call someone to prophesy about things that will happen before it happens. So we're gonna be reading starting in verse 4 in Esdras, how the Mosai called Ezra. Verse 4. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying. So the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children, their children's children. So Ezra was told by the Mosai to go declare to his people their evil deeds, and to their children their iniquities that they have committed against the Mosai. Then the message should be trickled down to their children's children. Right? So they have to tell their children's children. In verse 6, because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me, and have offered unto strange they have offered unto strange gods. So what we did, some of the sin that we have committed in verse 6 is that we sin against the Mosai by offering to other gods. Son?
Shabbat.
Shashba.
Elder. Required. What is our date? You said their date. What is our date?
What is our date is the new moon calendar. We have to go by the new moon calendar. So the Gregorian calendar is the sun calendar, and we go by the moon calendar.
All right. Well, I still haven't had a calendar yet. So what is our date?
Right now, we're supposed to be in the 6th month.
All right. I just want to make sure correct. And the date?
The date, I don't have the exact date right now.
Not the year. Not the year. The date.
The date. The date. Hold on a second.
Let me. 6 months. Correct.
Right. We're in the 6th month.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be going into the 7th month. And let me check for you real fast.
Sure. Forgive me, the part. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. That's not a problem. No big deal.
August 10th.
The 22 days.
Till August 10th. Then you can have 31 days, right? So 10, 21, 22.
All right. So according to
I just get because from August 10th
all right, hold on.
celebrated. So
Hold on.
31 days in this month. So it's 21 days plus 1 day. 22 days.
All right, so 22 days, 22nd day, 6 month, 22nd day.
The water supply.
I'm checking.
That was August the 10th.
Yeah, when we celebrate the 6th new moon, right?
Yes. August the 10th. Plus 21 days. 1 more.
Today is the okay, got it. 24. All right. All right, so let's get back to
What did you say?
say it again.
What did you say?
Now, so we're gonna get back to Esdras.
What date did you say it was? The 22nd?
22nd.
Okay. The water supply.
But I'm getting 24th on my end.
Plus 24?
It was on the 10th. Today is the 20. It's the 1st.
So 10 days gone. 21.
So you got 22nd, right?
Yeah, that's what you have to. This is 31 days in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, really.
16. 9. So the new moon will be on the 9th, right? No, I'm talking about the next new moon coming up. Right. So on 8 at sundown. 8 at sundown.
22, 28 days. So, August at 31 days, right? So, this is the 10th. This is the first.
So 31 minus.
Let me go look at the calendar.
Twenty-one day, 22nd day, yeah. The 20 days. That's what I got too. You got 22. Because today is the 1st. Yep, so 22.
The water supply.
Fine. But we can always double check. If we find out along the way while we're doing it, we'll make sure we tell you. But so far, that's what we got. That's what I got.
Time.
All right. All right. All right. So Ezra. The second Ezra, chapter 1. Now we at verse 4. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Go thy way, in verse 5, go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children, because the sin of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me, and gave and have offered unto strange gods. All right. You open it.
Yeah, when he concerning strange gods, but the Most High separate us from the other nations. And when you read Exodus chapter 20, verse 3, it says, Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Mm-hmm.
He goes on and on. That the Most High said he's a jealous God.
Right. But the Most High said he's a jealous God. And gone. Let's get back to Esdras. Now we have the 6th verse or 7th verse. So we sacrifices unto strange gods. Because of that, the Most High sent Esdras to remind us and to tell us, right, what we did. Verse 7. Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsels. So the Most High took us, delivered us out of slavery, out of the land of bondage, but still we have angered the Most High. We despise the Most High's counsel. Right? We despise the Most High's counsel. We have committed great evils against the Most High because we did not obey his voice. And we know without obedience, there's no way we can serve the Most High. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 23. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 23. All right. Go on, you can.
Jeremiah 7 verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, Obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you.
So the Most High will be our God when we obey his voice. He'll be our God if we walk in the way that he commanded us, and it will be for our own good. It will be for our own good when we obey the Most High. Leviticus. Get Leviticus. Chapter 12. I'm sorry, Leviticus chapter 26 and 12. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 12. And Daniel, read that when you have it. And read it loud, please. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 12.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 12. And I will walk among you, and will be your God, and ye shall be my people.
All right. So if we obey the Most High will walk among us. He will be with us, and we will be his people. And when the Most High walk among us, what will the people of Israel look like when the Most High walk among us? Right? And what's the benefit of the Most High walking amongst the children of Israel? Now you have your hand up, right?
Yeah, for another scripture.
Okay.
For you ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Read it.
Go on.
Isaiah 30, verse 21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left.
Which means whatever we do, we have to follow the straight path, the straight way, right? Wide is the way that leads into destruction. Narrow is the way that leadeth into life. So we got to walk straight path. Follow the Most High's commandments. And what scripture was that again?
Isaiah 30, verse 21.
Isaiah 30 in verse 31. Also stay in Isaiah. Go to Isaiah 48 and 18. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 18. So this is the answer to the question, what is the benefit of us keeping the laws of the Most High and the Most High walking in the midst of us, in the midst of the children of Israel? This is all the benefit we will reap if we were to follow the Most High's commandments. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 18. And it reads, O thou that hadst hearkened to my commandments, then had thy peace been as a river, and thy righteousness as the wave of the sea. So we will have great peace, and our righteousness would be as the wave of the sea. So the wave of the sea is strong, right? It can push you back and forth. It can shake you. So our righteousness will shake people. will shake everything that come against us. Right? Had we hearken unto the Most High, our righteousness would be like the wave of the sea. When it comes, get out the way. Because no matter how strong you are, it will push you aside. This is how strong our righteousness would be. And we would have great peace as opposed to torment, as opposed to fear and doubt. All right, so let's go back to Esdras. So we now at the 8th verse in Esdras. Esdras, the second Esdras, chapter 1 and verse 8 now. Pull thou off them the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them. For they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people. So we have not been obedient unto the Most High's law, and we are a people that have been rebellious. Right? And because of that, we find ourselves today in the condition that we in, because of lack of understanding and being obedient to the Most High's law. Let's go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 20. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 20 to 24. Obedience goes a long way. Not just to the Most High, but the practice should be, but the habit should be practiced in all things that we do, so that obedience to the Most High would be second nature when we practice it. And it reads, Colossians chapter 3 and verse 20. Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. Servant, obey in all things your master according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing the Most High. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Christ. Right? So it's all about obedience. So obedience goes a long way. All right. So let's get back to Second Esdras. So we have been rebellious, like rebellious against our parents too. Verse 9. How long shall I forbear them unto whom I have done so much good? Right? The Most High have done so much good to us, but yet we choose to not observe. We choose not to observe his commandments. So how long will the Most High bear with us? How much patience it requires the Most High to bear with the rebellious children, such as us, the children of Israel? How long shall he endure? All the great benefits that the Most High bestow upon us, how long will the Most High endure us being rebellious? That's the question that the Most High being asked. And a great benefit too at that. So let's see some of the benefits outlined here in Esdras. Verse 10. Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. So the Most High have destroyed many kings for our sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. So how long will the Most High put up with us as a people? All the nations have I destroyed before them, and in the east I have scattered the people of 2 provinces, even of Tyrese and Zidon, and have slain all their enemies. How long will the Most High put up with us after doing all these things? The Most High destroyed nations before us, and he scattered people of 2 provinces, Tyre and Zidon. The Most High made sure he killed all our enemies. So how long will the Most High put up with us, being rebellious and not following after his saying? How long will he do that? All right, so following on verse 12, we're gonna go on to the mercies that the Most High have. After he did all these things, now he's gonna show how he have mercy on us on the other end. Because if it was not for his mercy, the question that he asked up front, the question that he asked in the verses 9, 10, and 11, it clearly shows that if it was not for the Most High's mercy, you would not be here as a nation or as a people. So following in, starting in verse 12, we're gonna go into the Most High's mercy for the children of Israel. Mercy, if we can say we don't deserve it as a people. But the Most High clearly has something that we need to work on, which is forgive others their trespasses. All right? So we got to forgive men their trespasses so that the Most High can continue to forgive us. Even when we sin against him, he did not look into the sin. He made sure he punished us, but he did not utterly destroy us. And because of that, today, we're still here. So let's get verse 12, and then we'll take a look at some of the scriptures on the Most High's mercy and how we will continue to obtain mercy if we follow certain principles. Verse 12. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light and a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet have ye forgotten me, saith the Lord? All right, can you grab something from her? All right, so even with that, we still go against the Most High. So surely it was the Most High who took us, brought us to the sea, to the Red Sea, and he made a safe ways for us to travel. Made a road for us where there was no road. He gave us Moses as a leader, Aaron as priest. And he provided a light for us so that we see where we were going. He provided light, the pillar of fire, the chariot to provide light for us. And he did great wonders, right, among us. But yet, we have forgotten the Most High. We have forgotten the Most High? That's the question. It's like the Most High saying we lack gratitude. Gratitude. We lack gratitude. So because we lack gratitude, it's like we don't appreciate what the Most High has done for us. Right? And sometimes we cannot even forget what somebody do to us as a people. What if the Most High wanted to destroy us? What would we do? We wouldn't be here. So let's go to Matthew 6 and 14. Matthew, the 6th chapter. Matthew, the 6th chapter and the 14th verse. Daniel, when you have it, please read it for us, Bible.
Matthew 6 and 14. For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
So we trespass against the Most High forgive us, and if man trespasses against us, and if we forgive them the same way the Most High forgive us, then he will continue to have mercy on us. His mercy, we're gonna be on those, right, who fear the Most High. From generation after generation. Right? Even though not every single one of us go against the Most High, but the Most High see us as a nation, as a nation of people. As a nation of people, that's how the Most High see us. The Most High see the overall. So from generation to generation, there's always been a remnant who follow the Most High. Because of that remnant, the Most High don't utterly destroy us, but overall, as a nation, the Most High see us as transgressors. And because of that remnant, that's why the entire nation is not destroyed. Let's go to Luke 1 and 50. Luke 1 and 50. Y'all come on, you can read it once you have it.
So quiet.
Fine.
What is Matthew 6:14? What verse is that for?
Matthew 6:14 is linked to verse 11 and 12.
Fine. What?
Fine. Now we're gonna go to Luke chapter 1, verse 50.
Luke chapter 1, verse 50. And his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation.
All right, so his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation. So clearly, from generation to generation, there's been a remnant who always do their best to follow after the Most High's commandments. Because of that, he has mercy on the whole nation. So now I'll continue with the mercy of the Most High. Now we're going to verse 15. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, the quails were as a token for you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, ye murmured there. We are a nation who complains a lot. And we see it today, we complain a lot. We are a nation of complainers. The Most High give us quail. Right? To eat, meaning delicacy. He gave us.
We didn't have to hunt them, but
right. He gave us camp and tents, place to stay in the wilderness where there was no habitation for our protection, to protect our bodies. And in them, we get inside the tent. We still complaining underneath the tent. While we laying down in the tent, We still complaining. And I can see it today. We complain a lot. We're a nation of complainers. Lack of responsibility, especially the men. We don't take responsibility. We complain. We feel like whatever happened to us is somebody else's fault. Even when we teach, we complain a lot. We wallowing in our misery, blame other people. That's what we do. It's like it's somebody else's fault, not ours. We a nation of blamers. We blame everybody for our misfortune, but ourselves. Blame, complain, blame, complain. We can have a whole class, a whole camp about blame, complain. And I'll tell you, the evidence over the years, complaining is failure. People on the side of failure complains a lot. But people on the side of uprising, it's responsibility. They take responsibility for their action, for what they do, and who they are. They take responsibility. Complain. Most I say he did all these things to give us quails to eat, yet we have the nerve to complain. That's what the Most High is saying. We still have the nerve to complain. We don't see that. We don't see that man. There's no place in this wilderness to stay. Where are we gonna stay? The Most High just provide the tent for us, and He provide food to eat. How are you gonna eat quails in the desert? No trees to even go out and hunt, but yet it's brought to you in the desert. Like the Most High made the impossible possible, but yet we complain. After we came from hard bondage, we free, we still complaining. This is our people, man. Complain. So let's go back to Esdras.
Yes, I want to read this. Numbers chapter 11, verse 4. Numbers 11 and 4. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again, and said, who shall give us flesh to eat?
Mm-hmm.
We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic.
You see, same spirit. We looking back. We always look back as opposed to looking forward. We always, as a people, right here, it shows you we remember the thing back in Egypt. But the things that are good in front of us, now and moving forward, we can see it. That's why when we teach, we always go back to slavery. Not to say, to not point out slavery. Yes, we point out slavery to edify how we got here. But there's no profit in the past. We can use the past as a lesson to move forward. But don't spend too much time in the past, because there's no profit in the past. Our past is full of disobedience, against the Most High. That's all our past is, right? Full of disobedience, breaking the Most High's laws, right? Make the Most High upset with us, take us into captivity, take us into slavery. Every time we mess up against the Most High, but we keep going back to the past, but not seeing the now and the future. And when we do that, it's like we cannot look in the past and look in both directions at the same time. I mean, prime example, basic things will tell us we can't. It's either you continue looking in the past or you look forward in the future. Try looking in your rearview mirror while you're driving your car. You'll see what happens. Try to constantly look in the rearview mirror without looking in forward. You see what happens. You crash fast, right? Or you got to take a quick peek in the past so that you can see what's coming behind you, right? And then you can move forward. But the goal is always to look straight forward, right? So that you can continue on your path. Look back in the mirror just for a quick second to see what's going on in the back so you can prevent accident from happening. So accident that happened in the past had already happened in the past. There's nothing you can do about it. But you can use that to move forward.
Yeah, Lamentations 2:15.
Lamentation 2 and verse 15.
Yes, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies, verse 16, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. The nation are looking at us and they see that they look for this day to bring us down, you know?
Right.
That would be such of a low estate that they're almost like laughing at us.
Gone. Because right now, we have no flavor. We have lose our savor because we're not following the Most High's law. Right? We're supposed to be looking up as leaders, people who do things that people look up to, as models, right, to follow. But we are not being looked at because we have transgressed the laws of the Most High.
We have no might in our hands.
Gone. We have no might in our hands because of our transgression. Because of our transgression, we have no might in our hand.
Nations love this.
Done. Verse 16 now, back in 2nd Esdras chapter 1. In verse 16 now. In triumph, not in my name, for the destruction of your enemies. So we didn't triumph in the Most High's name for the destruction of your enemies. And it's a very thing that we gotta, when the Most High do something for us, to quickly acknowledge it. Thank the Most High as soon as that thing happened. Because before you know it, we see that was nothing. That wasn't anything. We quickly forgot what just happened, how we got delivered, how the Most High just deliver us, you know, from whatever situation that we in. We might think it's because of our own doing. But it says, but ever to this day do ye yet murmur. But ever to this day, I didn't even read this. So we have not exalted the Most High for the destruction of our enemy. And like I was saying, even until this day, we still complain. That's what he's saying right here. We still complain. Just go right back to what I was just saying. We complain. Even today, we still complain. We are a nation that complains too much. We complain too much. We got to live a life of responsibility rather than being complainers. We're a nation of complainers. We blame everybody. We can't find a job, we blame Esau. Right? We can't find a job, we blame Esau. Lack of unity amongst our people, we blame Esau. We blame the other nation.
And the Most High warned us in Deuteronomy 28.
Right, that it was gonna happen.
Yeah, he warned us.
Right, it was gonna happen. We complain. Lack of responsibility. Why is this not working? Why is that not working? Even till this day, we're still doing the same practice. But ever to this day, do ye yet murmur, complain? Right? And you can see it. And I've been, over the years, being in the truth, you've learned a lot. You learn a lot about the dynamics of how we operate. Right? The dynamics of how we operate. It's rarely that we come together and say, all right, here's what we're gonna do for the nation, here's how we're gonna move forward from here. Here's the plan, here's what you're gonna do, here's your responsibility, here's what you're gonna do. Right? And we're gonna do this here, we're gonna do that here. And we know we're gonna have the power of the Most High behind us. Here's how we're gonna have it. We don't have a plan. We have no plan whatsoever as a nation. As a nation of people. Right? Our conversation mostly is geared towards blaming people, blaming other nations. What other nations are doing, the thing that they're coming up with, is that in the third, mingling in other people's business, but focusing on our own stuff. Right? Complaining. Where are the benefits, verse 17, where are the benefits that I have done for you? Right? So then it's like, I mean, where's the benefit that the Most High, bestow on us? When we were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, what did the Most High do? Because again, in the wilderness, it's hard to find water. In places where it's hard to find water and you cannot live without water, right? The flesh cannot endure without water. But in the wilderness, the Most High make sure that we find water. Right? Allow Moses, to do miracles to find water. When we were hungry, did not we cry to the Most High? Right? So that's what he's saying right here. Verse 17, did not cry unto me. That when ye were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did not Did he not cry unto me? Yeah, we did cry unto the Most High. And what did we say? Saying, why hast thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in this wilderness. This is what we say, man. This is us right there. This is what we say right here. So it is very important that we take an honest and fearless views of ourselves as a nation, as a people. Quit excusing one another, right? But take a hard look at how we operate and put away the blame for a minute. Put away the pointing the finger outward, but have the finger point to us and do constructive analysis of ourselves and see, what we can fix from there. Constructive analysis, not put ourselves down, but constructive analysis. All right, I messed up here. I clearly see where I messed up. Then, what can I do from here? How can I remedy and how can I move forward from here? This is the hard analysis that we should do going forward, right? As a people. Right? Saying, why hast thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? The Most High brought us to the wilderness to kill us. It had been better for us to have served the Egyptian than to die in this wilderness. Really? Really? Then had I pity upon your mourning. The Most High still have pity upon our mourning. Our complaining, the Most High still, right? It winked at it because he saw us as being ignorant. We don't know. So that's why, he looked, on us with pity. Because had we known, we would not even go there. Right, had we known what the Most High had done for us, we remember our heart is not hardened, our mind is not hardened, then we would say something different. All right, so it says, saying, why thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? I'll let you get settled, get your Bible out, and then I'll continue. And for those listening on the conference line and watching on the live stream, brother just walked in, so we're just waiting for him to get situated so we can continue. All right, so we in second Esdras in the Apocrypha. Second Esdras, chapter 1, and we at verse 18 now. And we're going over the precept of how the Most High have mercy, mercies to Israel in spite of our complaining in the wilderness. And today, not to look back too much into the wilderness. Like today, it said even until today, we're still complaining. The same attitude we have back then, we still, out of majority, have the same attitude. Being a complaining nation, ungrateful. You ready?
What you said?
Chapter 1. We had verse 18. So our groundings in the wilderness, the Most High repeated our grounding in the wilderness, our complaining, our murmuring. To the point where it looks like we are spoiled children. You know how they say, you know, when somebody doing something bad, you don't give them good. You don't continue to give them good. You make sure they learn their lesson. Well, the Most High balance it out. The Most High see that we are ignorant. Yet, as a parent, He will not deny us of what He believes that we need. That's a responsible parent. So the Most High is a responsible father. He's not gonna look into what we did to him, which is very grievous, but also He looks at the aspect of our ignorance. And that's why He punishes us, but don't utterly destroy us. That's a responsible parent. Yet you're not going to let your children do whatever he or she wants or whatever they want. You're going to make sure that they get punished, yet you're not going to deny them of the necessities that they need. You're not going to put them out. You're still going to give them food to eat. You're still going to give them a place to stay. Yet you're going to make sure they punish so that they know to respect you. And that's how the Most High deal with us as a responsible parent. So He repeated our grounding in the wilderness. Still give us food.
Hebrews 12 and 8.
Hebrews 12 and 8.
Says, but if ye be without chastisement, where all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Done. That was Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 8. So the Most High make sure He chastises us because we are partakers, right? Because He cares. If He didn't care, the minute that we go in and say, "What the? I don't care," you're gonna starve. Because after what I did for you, you still didn't, man. You're gonna starve. He didn't look on that, and He made sure that as children, we still being fed. We're still being fed, and not being fed, with bad food. We fed with good food.
Because sometimes you look at Esau doing all kind of wickedness and all kind of stuff, and how come he's not getting punished like how we getting punished,
Right.
Most that's gonna get them. In the end, when they reach up to heaven, just gonna cut them down.
Right. Because they are bastards. But that's why we shouldn't focus on bastards. Right? We shouldn't focus on bastard because the bastard is a bastard. You don't give bastard your too much time in a day. It's like you're wasting your time. You just see the bastard and reference him real fast, but nothing important. You got to focus on your people. Right? The nations, Esau, bastards. Why focus your energy on bastards? And let's see the manner of how the Most High treat us as his people. And show you the love that the Most High have for Israel. Cannot compare. You know, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The compassion that he has for us. The compassion Yahushua had for us. And Yahushua had the compassion for us because he knew how the Most High has compassion for us. So he had to exercise the same attribute. All right, so let's get back to verse 19 now. It says, then had I pity upon your mornings, and gave you manna to eat. So he did eat angels' bread. As men, we eat angels' bread. Yet, we remember cucumbers and watermelon. That's what we used, right? And most I wanted to introduce us to new things, moving forward, and go big, other things, introducing new things to us, give us angels' food. And we wanted to get stuck back into the old things.
Read it again. Numbers 11 and 5.
Numbers 11 and 5.
Again. We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. We forget the heavy bondage that we were under.
Right.
We're talking about the food.
Verse 20. When you were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock, and waters flowed out to your fill? So when we were thirsty in the wilderness, in the desert place, did not the Most High make water come out of the rock so we can drink? So we didn't die of thirst? For the heat I cover you with the leaves of the trees. Desert is very hot place, but yet the Most High provide cover for us, right, with the leaves. Verse 21. I divided among you a fruitful land. I cast out the Canaanite, the Pharisees, and the Philistines before you. What shall yet do more for you? What else you want me to do? What else you want me to do? The Most High divided fertile lands, right? Fertile land, and drove out the Canaanites, the Pharisees, and the Philistine before us, and give us that land. What else do you want me to do? At some point, carnal parents was like, man, I give up, man. I spent all the money I had, all my little savings I had, I invested in you. And you turn around, that's how you pay me? That will kill your parents, kill their spirit. That would have killed their spirit. All these things that I did, especially mothers, I carry you for 9 months, have all this problem, all this complications, all this pain, and then you come here. I still got to take care of you, right? Give you food, nurture you, change you, right? Buy you clothes, make sure you put, you have heat, right? Make sure you're not hungry, send you to school, right? Protect you. Yet this is how you repay me. Think about it as a regular parent. How would you feel that your children behave in such a way? Ungrateful. That will destroy you. Probably have a heart attack. Your blood pressure go up because your own son or your own daughter behaving in such a manner. That's why the Messiah said, what else you want me to do? Thus saith the Lord Almighty, thus saith the Almighty Lord, when ye were in the wilderness, in the river of the Amorites, being athirst, and blaspheming my name. Sometimes you just gotta read this thing and then, man, we did that? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We blasphemed the Most High's name amongst other people. It's just like you go amongst your other people and you talk bad about your parents. How bad your parents are. He ain't give me that thing. You let me to kill. Oh man, somebody look at you, man. What kind of parent is that? We blaspheme the Most High's name amongst other people. We lie. Yeah, open up.
Malachi 1 and 2. It says, Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So requesting the Most High love for us. So where hast thou loved us? After all the Most High did so much for us, we requested the Most High.
Right.
And to show that what he has done to Esau, that he hated.
Right. Right. So when we were thirsty and the stream was not good to drink, it was a bitter stream. Instead of the Most High send fire while we were blaspheming against him, what did he do? He threw a tree in the water and made the stream sweet. So he flipped it. Bittersweet, right? Bittersweet. Bittersweet. He switched it. It could have orderly, sent a fire and yo, get the hell out of my sight. Go kill them fast. Because these people, they don't understand. Instead of doing that, he made sure we had water to drink. Right? Some parents say, man, you got to learn something someday. That's it, man. They have with you, I give up. I've done my part, I give up. I give up. But the Most High never give up on us. Right? So starting with verse 24 now. we're still gonna go to our disobedience in rejection of the Most High. Starting at verse 24. Right? So the Most High said in verse 23, I gave you not fire for your blasphemies, but cast a tree in the water and made the river sweet. What shall I do unto thee, O Jacob? Thou, Judah, wouldest not obey me. I will turn me to other nations. And unto those will I give my name, that they may keep my statutes. Right? What shall I do, O Jacob? If you will not obey him, I will turn to other nation and give them my name, so they can keep my statute. Because you have forsaken, we swore his sick the Most High. Y'all can understand?
Psalm 95 and 8. Psalms 95 and 8. It says, harden not your heart as in the provocation, and as in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my work. 40 years long was I grieved with this generation, and said, it is a people that do err in their heart, and they have not known my ways.
Yep. So, whatever we did, it's like we're doing it to the Most High. But on the flip side, actually, it's because we hate ourselves. That's why we're doing it, because we're doing it against ourselves. In ignorance. In ignorance, the things that we do is just as if we hate ourselves. We're not doing it because, we express hate for the Most High. But we hate ourselves because had we known, we would know that we only hurting ourselves when we do that. We don't hurt the Most High. Ultimately, we don't hurt the Most High. We're just acting against our own interests. Because whatever the Most High is doing is for our own good. Keeping the commandments is for our own good. Right? Not following the Most High's law, we're hurting ourselves. Because we're not reaching the height that we should be reaching. Right?
Yeah, one more. Amos 5 and 25. This is the Mosai complaint. Said, have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel? So for 40 years in the wilderness, we didn't offer the Mosai any offering or sacrifice. 40 years.
Right. Yep. Right, so because of that, now the Most High gonna give us a taste of when he ignores, how it will be like. So that we don't get carried away, thinking that the Most High is just a walk, somebody we can just walk all over without having any consequence. So the Most High will teach us a lesson, right? He says, verse 25, seeing Ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. When ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I shall have no mercy upon you. That's it. When you desire me to be gracious, I'm going to give you a taste of what it is when I'm not there. When I ignore you, then you're going to realize how important I am to you. You're going to realize that you need me. Right? You're going to realize that you need me. And it's not a two-way street. I need you. I'm going to show you. It's a one-way street. You need me. And I can raise up rocks to serve me if you don't want to do it. Right? So the Most High will ignore us. And because of that, when the Most High ignores, the nation walk all over us. Because now we become a free ride. Free ride. Anybody can come in, manipulate us, take over our mind, and make us do all kinds of things. And we have no guidance. This is a taste of what it's like to be without the Most High. Out there in the street, you see it. All over the world, you see it. Right? To the point where now we cry to the enemy now to give us justice. Where there is no justice. We marching, seeking peace from our enemy. How is that? You're seeking peace for our enemy, going to court and march, complaining, doing shows, right? This is what it's like to not have the Most High guiding us. That's the taste of what it's like. But it won't last forever, but we got to get a taste of what it's like. When the Most High was there, this is how we treated the Most High. So let's go to Hosea. You got it? Where you going?
5:15.
Let's go. Let's go there. Hosea 5:15.
Same accord, right?
Fine. Hosea 5:15.
This Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
That's it. So now we see what it's like. Yes, Most High, come back, come back. We remember everything you did. You take us out of slavery. You gave us men, and now we start to remember. You don't know what it's like till it's gone. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Until it's no more. Then you realize the importance of it. We realize the importance of the Most High being here for us. When we have something in front of us, we take it for granted until it's gone. It's no more. The Most High is teaching us appreciation and being grateful. Right? We don't pay attention to what we have. We pay attention with what we had in the past in Egypt. That's why we pay attention. But don't appreciate what we have present. Because the Most High had turned his back. And we tasting the fire now. 26. Whosoever ye shall call upon me, whensoever ye shall call upon me, I will not hear you. For ye have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter. We so quick to commit murder. You will not hear us. That's why we say, man, where's God in all of this? Where's God in all of this thing that we're going through? If there's a God, where is he? Why is the so-called black and Hispanic in such a low state? If you really want to see how the Hispanic is in such a low state, go to Kensington. Go to Kensington. They call it Badlands. That's how bad it is. They call it Badlands. You want to see how bad the Hispanics are? Take a trip to Kensington.
Even recently, what they did by separating, the Hispanics from their children, and some of the kids died and suffered real bad.
Right? And let's see what happens. What it says in verse 27. Ye have not, as it were, forsaken me, but your own selves, saith the Lord. It's not like you neglected me, you rejected me. You neglected your own self, you rejected your own self. It's like you hate yourself. Now, when you do that, when you behave in such a way, you rejected me, I will also reject you. Right? And it's not a two-way street. It's not like when I reject you, I reject myself. But when you reject me, you reject yourself. Right? Man, it's a really tough situation if you take a trip to Badlands. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's like you what you see over there in that place, you're like, man, drug infested. The people all day high, all kinds of drugs they taking. And those drugs make them do some crazy stuff, the way they walk, sleepwalking. Take a trip there. To the point where even go there and teach is not safe. Not a safe place to teach. Because when you go teach in a place, you have to make sure that the ground is ready, right? Like a farmer go farming, you're not gonna plant seed in a place where it's clearly flooded, right? If it's flooded, you have to make sure you apply some strategy to get the flood out. Then you can plant seed. You gotta find a strategy before you can actually set camp out there. Because to begin with, the people, they're not in their right mind. How are you gonna teach them? The people are not in their right mind. They infested with drugs. How are you gonna teach them? They're not even sober. This is how low our people has got because we rejected the Most High. All right, so the Most High said, ye have not, as ye were forsaken me, but your own self, saith the Lord. So you neglected your own self, not me. Verse 28. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, have I not prayed you as a father, his sons, right? As a mother, her daughters, and a nurse, her young babes? Huh? Is that the Most High entreated us as a father entreated his sons? Or a mother entreated her daughters? Or a nurse taking care of babies? Had not the Most High done that? Verse 29. That you would be my people, and I should be your God, that you would be my children, and I should be your father, right? I should be your father. I gathered you together as a hen gathereth a chicken under her wings. If you are a chicken farmer, you understand that. If you see how chickens are laid, you will understand that saying right there, right? You see a chicken, they walk around and then they following they following the hen, right? And then when they call, you see they open their wings and all the chicks under their wings. Warm there up. The Most High said, and I not done the same thing for you, right? Even in the animal world, they know how to protect themselves. Why not me as a father know how to protect my children? And I created them. Well, I created all of them. All these mechanics, all the things that you are doing, they are the product of my imagination. How the chicks protect themselves. How this animal, they protect their environment. I created all these things. So you think you, as a people, right, that I created with reasoning above all these things that I created, you think I would not have a way to protect you, to give you everything that you need? Right? The most sophisticated machine ever on the planet Earth, people, especially the Israelite, you think I would not give you what you need, protect you and guide you? But yet, that's the way you behave towards me. Right? So a hen, I guarded you together as a hen guarded her chickens under her wings. But the hen protects the chicken. And that's a very beautiful thing when you watch this dynamic. And they attack people if you try to, mess with one of the chicks. They will attack you. Right? They will chase you. They will attack you. Right? So that dynamic of protection, guiding what's yours, all that originated from the Most High, creating all things. And it says, I will cast you out from my face. Just like the Most High to get out my face. God did all these things to you. I don't want to see you. Get the hell out of here. This is when the Most High get upset with us. Just get out of here. Get out of my sight. I don't even want to see you. Verse 31. When ye offer unto me I will turn my face from you. For your solemn feast days, your new moons, and your circumcision have I forsaken. When you try to do things to me, I don't want it. I don't want it. Just keep it to yourself. I don't want it. Because with that type of attitude, that behavior, with that attitude, that behavior, you're gonna offer things to me. Who you offering to me? You're not offering this to me. Go fix yourself then. Take heed to what I've done for you. Acknowledge your offense. Then, will I take care of you? I'll accept it. But with that attitude, I don't want it. Keep it to yourself. I don't want it. Verse 32. I sent unto you my servants, the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, saith the Lord. See? Who's that talking to us? I sent you my servant, the prophets, but ye have taken and killed them, and torn their bodies in pieces. I will require their blood of you, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty. Thus saith the Almighty Lord. Your house is desolate. I will cast you out as the wind do stubble. Right? So the Most High said, our house will be desolate, like a desert place. Desolate. Like a war zone. That's our house will be like a war zone. Wherever we are, it'll be like a war zone. That's why the ghetto is like a war zone. Where we are, war zone. Killing each other, selling drugs to each other. They call them the red zone. In real estate, they call them the red. Wherever we are, they have a red dots. Not place you want to go in. This is wild, wild west over there in these areas. And the evidence are clear. Sometimes take a drive. You know, if you sometimes take a drive around the ghettos. Take a drive. Don't be scared. They're your people. You know, and the Most High will know that you're on a mission to, make observation, to see what is being said here in the scripture. Go to West Philly. If you're in New York, you know where to go. Go to Brooklyn. Some places in Brooklyn. Canarsie. That's Bed-Stuy, We have made songs about it, where I'm from. I'm from the place where news camera never comes, We have our places are so bad, we put it in we represent. If we wanna show people, we tough, we tell them where we from. I'm from Bed-Stuy, I'm from West Philly, I'm from North Philly. Right? If you're in Chicago, they tell you where you're from, where guns always blasting, gunshot every day, This is our place is like war zone where we are. And the Most High said that that's the way it would happen.
Don't forget other countries that we are in, like Jamaica,
Right,
like Church Town.
right. The Trench Town, yeah.
We one of those places.
Kingston, you know, from Kingston.
French Town.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where we are. You go to Haiti, you got the same thing. They said that place right there, that's the most violent place. So you make sure you know how you, wherever we are, that's how it is, man. Huh?
Ain't no place in Haiti.
You got Cité Soleil. They always have all kinds of places popping up. Because where we are, it's like the war. It's always war. There's places, certain times, certain days, you just don't want to drive there because you don't know when something might break out. Cops is helpless, right? Same thing. Wherever we are throughout the world, the same thing. You know, the person say, "I'm from Marcy," you know, we clap you. You know, that's what we do. You know, I'm from Marcy. You know, if you're in Canada, wherever you are, it's places. You're in Quebec, gangs violence. The Most High said that it would happen to say exactly when I forsake you. Now you're gonna see how you're gonna be. You're gonna be left with no help. And that whenever you commit crimes, you're gonna call the enemy, and the enemy gonna punish you on top of it. Right? You're gonna punish, and he's gonna judge you in his court. Right? And he's gonna put you 6 feet under. The cops gonna come. They're gonna shoot you down in the street. Yeah, they're gonna shoot you in the street. You can't say anything. You raise your voice. You see how you raising your voice at me, telling me why I do this, why I do that. You raise your voice at the cop, they shoot you right down in there, no mercy. This is it. That's the reality of our lives, man. That's the reality of our lives as a people. You know. So the Most High said, "Our house will be desolate, and He will cast us out as the wind doth stubble. He will cast us out as the wind, send straw away. You know, when the wind throws straw away, like something that is, let's say you have a piece of nothing. When the wind comes, it just fly up in the air all over the place. When the wind comes, you see the plastic, the straw, they all over the place. That's how we are. We like dirt. We like nothing. The wind just casts us wherever it pleases. So that's the way we are. Any wind that take us, just take us in any direction. And we have no power. We have nothing in our hand, no might.
All they're gonna tell us, oh, it's a socioeconomic situation.
Yeah.
You can work your way out of that.
Right. I mean, the thing is, they will tell you that because Esau don't have a solution for us, but he's a system. He got to come up with something to tell you. Right? He's gonna tell you got to work yourself out of. It's a socioeconomic situation. If you don't work this, you don't work that. Here's how you solve it. Here's how you solve it. They have to come up with something to tell you. But the solution, our solution, is right here. I mean, what else we want them to tell us? They can go to the Bible and then teach us the Bible because the Bible is not for them. Right? So they're gonna tell us here's the solution. So they're gonna give you a solution that's conducive for their system, not for your nation. What we're gonna take you out of your situation. Yeah, okay.
Yes, we those of us are striving or try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and so on and so forth. We're gonna be in a certain situation that we can kind of help ourselves a little bit. So Isaiah 65 verse 13. It says, therefore, thus said the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, My servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Fine. So in the midst of it, those of us who acknowledge the power of the Most High, even in this kingdom, you still can get some blessings. You still be okay. You will be preserved when these things are happening. Even with that, we still got to make sure that we acknowledge the Most High and thank the Most High. Because in the midst of everything that he said would happen, not a majority to our people, a very remnant that follow after his teaching and fear him and keep his commandments, those will be the one who are, still have a okay condition in the system. Back to second Esdras, first chapter, 34 verse now. And your children shall not be fruitful, for they have despised my commandments and done the thing that is evil before me. Right? Then your sons will have no children, because with you they have neglected my commandments. We neglected the Most High's command, and we have done what's evil on the Most High's side. Right. Verse 35 now. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have shewed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. Right? So your house will be given to strangers. Your house will be given to strangers for a time. The people that I'm not dealing with, they will hear me and believe. Right? They will hear me and believe. So the house that is given, a house that is given into these people, right? That's why you see a lot of people, they believe in Christ, right? They believe in Christ. They don't have faith, but they believe in Christ. They believe in Christ, but they don't have faith. They will not do the law as it is written, according to how the Most High give us the law, because he's not dealing with these people on that level. So to believe is easy, it's much easier than to believe and have faith. To believe, you can just say you believe, but the faith part gotta be intact, right? So the two gotta work together, belief and faith. So have you seen, you have people who have zeal of God of the other nation, but not according to the knowledge. They have zeal to the point where sometimes you feel jealous that these people, they have zeal like that, and we lack that zeal, but they don't have the faith, right? Right. So verse 36, they have seen no prophet, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. You see, It's the same way when the lady from the Samaritan lady, when he came and he said to bless her, to heal my daughter. What did Yahushua say? Let the children be filled first. The Canaanite woman, right? Let the children be first, because it's not meet for me to catch the children's bread and then send it to dog. And what did the lady say? Truth, Lord. Yet the dogs do eat from the crumbs that fell from the master's table. She believes. He believes. Just to show you, the word did not come to them. They did not honor the Most High's prophet, but yet they believe, so they get crumbs. But we got to believe and have faith, because the word was for us. We got to be the leaders and to teach. But that's not happening to us, with us, right? Yet, out of majority, it's not happening, but we still have few of us that still adamantly want to keep the laws, the Most High's law, right? Follow after his teaching, keep his commandments. But out of majority, we messing up out there. Right? We messing up out there. So that's where balance come in. So let's get it in Mark. Let's get it in Mark real fast. Gotta find it. Let's go to Mark, the 7th chapter. The 26th verse. I'm gonna start from the 25th verse. To the Mark. We so overprotective of the Most High, we cannot stand the idea that the Most High hear that women. You see, that's how much you overprotective, but why we treat the Most High the way we treat them. Right? We want the Most High, but yet we're not behaving the way we're supposed to behave. We love the Most High, but we don't want to do the commandments. And as soon as we hear that the Most High is no, why he doing? Why he healed that woman? Most High want to teach us a lesson. All right. Mark 7 and verse 25. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. And we're talking about Yahushua. But Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. And she answered and said unto him, yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. And he said unto her, for this saying, go thy way, the devil is gone out of thy daughter. Right? The children's number one first. And then the crumbs comes for other people. Clearly, it gives you how things are set up. that was Mark 7. In verse 25, 29. So that's crumbs. You got crumbs. Not salvation, but crumbs. All right? So difference between salvation and getting crumbs.
And the Christian church or the read doesn't still don't get that.
Right. Crumbs is something that you don't want. Right? And it fell off the table, you're not gonna pick it up.
Right.
You leave it for the dogs to eat. Right? The refused. While you're eating, you know, crumbs is falling off the piece of bread, and then it's on the floor. Bones. Right? You're not gonna go back and pick it up. You leave it for the dogs. So clearly it tells you where the other nation fit into this whole scheme of things. But yet, because of that belief, the daughter was healed. Healing that he did was like a crumb. It's nothing to it. Right. But that doesn't mean that she has salvation. Don't confuse that with salvation.
And that's what the church is.
Right. It was just a sickness that was healed. That was it. It's a sickness that's healed. That's crumbs. Salvation is the next level. Right. And it is not for other people. It's for the nation of Israel.
Right. Not crumbs and bones.
Right. All right. Acts 5. Acts chapter 5 and 31. 31. All right.
Him have God exalted his right hand.
Read it louder.
Okay. Acts 5 and 31. He has God exalted his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance unto Israel and forgiveness of sins.
Right. Forgiveness of sins. Become a savior to Israel. That's for us. A little blessing here and there. Heal somebody. That's crumbs. So this is an example of crumbs. Yet it might seem like a big deal for us, right? But to the Mosai or to Yahushua, just healing somebody is crumbs. This is a basic necessity that, you know, people need to live, health, right? That's crumbs. That's basic. But to have salvation is for Israel. Forgiveness of sins is for Israel. Verse 37 now in 1 Esdras, second chapter. First chapter actually in verse 37. Second Esdras. First chapter 37 verse. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that I say. Right? He comes to gratitude, right? He called a witness the gratitude of the people that is to come, for whose children delight and glad to receive him. Though they don't see him, with their eyes, but in spirit they believe the things he has said. Right? So now, in that passage right here, you have those who walk with Yahushua. They see Yahushua, yet they don't believe Yahushua. But it's gonna come a time when we gonna believe, some of us gonna believe, and we're not gonna see Yahushua, but we're gonna believe through the Spirit. Right? We believe through the Spirit. Because even some of us today, we have not seen Yahushua. We have not walked with Yahushua like the disciples and the other people that seen Yahushua walk with him. But yet we believe in Yahushua without seeing him. Right? Go on.
So that verse that you just quoted, I guess that would be part of Hebrews chapter 11, part 6, correct?
Hebrews
chapter 11. The chapter 11, I think Hebrews talks about faith and belief.
Right.
Even though we don't see.
Let's go to it real fast.
Okay.
Hebrews 11. And then you can read it once you have it, the specific one you reference.
I mean, it's basically the whole chapter, because chapter 11, if I'm not mistaken, speaks about faith. Because, let me see if I get it here. Hold on. What? Okay. All right. It says in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 8, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place where he should have to receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whether he went. Now, when we're talking about the verse that you talked about in 37, let me go back to that. 37, it says, I take to witness the grace, hold on, I take to witness of the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, even though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I said.
Right. It's to those of us who believe in the Most High, in Yahushua, without seeing him walking with us, as opposed to those who seen him.
That's where faith has to come in.
That's correct.
Because even though you don't see these things yet, you have to have that faith that it is true.
Right.
That's why I guess we are in the state that we are. That's why, because most of us, we want to see. Like the Pharisees, they want to see a sign.
Right.
And the only sign that we're going to see is the time when Yahweh shall return. And for most of us, it's going to be already too late.
That's correct. Yep.
So what is cool?
Con. I am the bar. Yahukanan. So that was Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 11. No, chapter 11, verse 8, right? Is that right? Let me see. Give me a second. Yeah, but chapter 11, verse 8. Hebrews 11 and verse 8. That's the brother just referenced. Yeah, okay.
2 Corinthians 5 and 7. Read quickly. 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.
Right. We walk by faith, not by sight. We walk. You notice notice the faith part in the walking part, because walking denotes action, movement, motion, which means we act, and the act shows that we have faith. So we walk by faith. We do by faith. What we do it by faith. We do the law by faith. Right? We observe the law, the commandments by faith. Right? So faith is an action word. That's why also it says faith without work is dead. So we walk by faith. Walk means motion. We in motion. Right? We doing faith.
We didn't see Yahushua,
Come.
or even most of what we moved by the faith.
Come.
That I witnessed his disciples were here with him, and I witnessed that he lived on the earth, and he died, and he resurrected.
Right. Right. So I'm going to do the thing that I got to do, not because I seen him, but I'm going to do it because I have faith. Fine. So that's 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. Let's go to John 20 and 29. John chapter 20, verse 29. Again, always make the difference between believing and faith. Believing and faith always make the connection where they are both different. They related but different. Believe is, let's say you believe a doctrine. You believe there's the Most High. You believe Yahushua exists. You believe a car can take me here, there. You believe. Now, faith was gonna cause you to take action based on your belief. Right? So if I believe in Yahushua, then faith will cause me to walk as Yahushua walked. But some people can say they believe, but they don't walk the walk. They just say they believe. Yes, they believe, but they don't do the action. So it's like it's lopsided. You got to have both, belief and faith. Right? You believe a car can get you here to there, but if you don't have the courage to get in the car because you're scared, that means you will not exercising the faith you have to benefit getting here to there in the car because you're scared. You don't have faith. You believe, but you don't have faith. You believe the car can get you here to there, but you don't have faith. So I'm not going to get in the car. Yet you believe it can get you here to there. Unless you act and get in the car and get you from here to there, you don't prove your faith. Right? You don't prove that you have faith. You say you believe, but you don't prove that you have faith in what you believe. If you believe in the Most High, you're going to keep the commandments. Right? If we believe in the Most High, we're going to keep the Sabbath day. If we believe in the Most High, we're going to keep the high holy days. So we're going to do the action that shows that what we believe in. If we go to church on Sunday and we say we believe, but we're not doing the commandments, that shows that we don't have faith. If we don't observe the Most High's day, and we say Sunday is the high holy days, we believe, but we don't have faith. We don't show that we believe in the Most High. We believe in something different. We believe in a God, but not the almighty power. We do believe in a God, but not the almighty power. We do have some kind of belief, but not in the Most High. Go ahead. So let's go to John 20 and 29. So everybody has some kind of belief. Without belief, you're just there. You just exist. So we believe. Belief is everywhere. You believe in the school system. You believe in, you got to put your clothes on. You believe that you got to get a job. You believe everybody has some kind of belief. St. John 20. In verse 29. Jesus said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen me and yet have believed. Blessed are they that have seen me but yet believe, because now you twofold. You have faith and belief. You exercise faith and belief. So that's a blessing. Not to say that seeing him and believe is bad, but those that have not yet seen me but believe is because they have faith. They have something added, benefit that the Most High put on them, that they have it, that they believe, because they have not seen evidence of me in reality. They only believe through the Spirit, right? The Spirit allowed them to see it and believe it. But that means they have Spirit. The Spirit that on them. Continue on verse 38 now. Right, so he says, verse 37 says, the rest of verse 37 says, with bodily eye, but they have not seen him physically. Yet in spirit they believe the things that I say. So they believe the word. So they believe the Yahushua on face value of the word, what it represents. Verse 38. And now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east. What glory, verse 38. So, and now, it says, and now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east. Right? And let's read on. It says, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, and Michael, Joel, Abdias, and Jonas. Right? So those are the one that I will give as a leader. And then he continue on to say Nahum and Habakkuk, Sophonias, Esdras, Zachary, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord. So these people will I send to them, because these people, they will believe without seeing. So when I send those prophets and I send people to them, they will believe, because they have the spirit on them of faith. When they believe, they will act on it, and they will exercise those things that they are commanded to do. All right. Any scriptures? All right. So with that, we're gonna conclude first chapter, and we're gonna come back at 2:36 for the second half of the service with chapter 2 and 2nd Esdras. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in a bit. Shalom.